Okay. So, yeah, welcome everybody uh, to this workshop called Hanuman Chalisa. And as probably you know, it literally means 40 verses on or about Hanumanji, right? So that's the sort of the literal meaning of the phrase Hanuman Chalisa. So we'll explore that. Today is our first session. We start our sessions with this invocation to just help us center and make a wish for this session as we start with the session. So, as we don't sign a piece of paper ever without reading it, so that's why I also say that don't ever say anything without knowing its meaning. So, what we are going to wish for, as we say this Sanskrit verse, Shanti Mantra, this is what it means that may we all be protected, may we all be nourished, may we work together with energy and vigor, may our study be enlightening, and may there be no hostility. There will be discussion, there might be disagreement also, but may there be no hostility. Yeah. And the way we do this, since everyone may not know, is a process called lead and follow. I have, muted everyone. I think so. Otherwise, there's an echo sometimes if somebody is unmuted. Uh, so we'll do it as a lead and follow, in which basically it is that I'll say a line and then you can repeat after me. Okay. So we'll do it that way. Uh, yeah. So sit comfortably. If you're on a chair, let your feet be comfortably on the ground. Let your back be supported, shoulders relaxed, hands comfortably placed. You can gently close your eyes if you feel like. Bring your attention to your breath for a couple of rounds. Just notice the air going in and out. And you can repeat after me. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hey, so we have Abhishek also joining. Hi, Abhishek. So what we'll do, we are going to be together for a month, 5 sessions from starting with today. Uh, and so let's do a quick round of introductions. I'll start with mine, and and the way we'll just do it very simply. Just state your name, where you are from, and what brings you here. Right, very quick. We don't have much time. So my name is Sandeep. I'm based out of Mumbai. What brings me to these workshops always is the desire to learn. Because every time I do it, I'm learning by doing it, but also from all your experiences. And as you share, I also understand this even more and more. So that keeps bringing me back to these workshops. So thank you to all of you for joining and for being here on this journey. And yeah, I leave the floor open or anyone else, whoever feels like, just unmute and introduce yourself.
Hello,
Yeah, thanks. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm Deepak Gaur, based out of Gurgaon, and I'm here to deepen my practice of Hanuman Chalisa.
Thank you, Deepak. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, no, thank you, Sandeep. I just wanted to thank you for having me. It's my first session here, so looking forward to learning from you all. I appreciate what you said. It's all about shared learning. So thank you. I'm from the East Coast in US.
What brings you here?
The path of growth and learning. I mean, there are so many things to learn, and I'm just thankful that I got to know that this session was being conducted.
Thank you. It's nice to have you, Deepak. Jay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Megha. I am based out of Bangalore and I am here to learn more about Hanuman Chalisa and how I can implement the teachings of Hanumanji in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Megha. Yeah, it's good to have you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Barkha and I'm based out of Mumbai. So, a lot of people have been advising me to chant the Hanuman Chalisa. I don't know much about it. And then this workshop showed up. So, I said, why not? Let's start by understanding and then getting into the practice. So, I'm really looking forward to this journey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good to have you, Barkha. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Rajiv and I'm based out of Bangalore, and my journey is a bit opposite to Barkha, that I recite Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis, but I've never got into the meaning of it. So when my friend told me, I thought it's a good opportunity to learn more about it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Rajiv.
you.
Yes.
Hello,
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So this is Shri. I am joining from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Just we completed uh, one workshop, so that was like enough to open up for more. And second, as a child, while reciting Hanuman Chalisa, I used to figure out what could be the meaning of this, like just random way to figure out. Probably this means that, and this means, and no further discussion around it. So, as I heard it from some YouTube, some bits and pieces, I was like, okay. My interpretation was very wrong, like very different from what it is, and I didn't tell it to anyone. So that's that, like more curiosity here, and with more openness. So that let's see what's coming up. I just want to hear it from somebody who has done it before.
Yes. Thank
Really
you.
looking
It's good to have
forward.
you, Sushri. Yes. Yeah. We're continuing our journey with Gita of Ramayana, so that's good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Abhishek.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shreyash, and I live in Maheshwar, Madhya Pradesh. And what brings me here is, I would say, satsang. That is the first word which comes. And the other word is explore devotion through the path of Hanuman Chalis and see what Sandeep has unearthed the jewels around it. So always exciting to see what Sandeep comes up with. So yeah, good to be a part of this, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Suresh.
Everyone, my name is Abhishek. Good to see some familiar faces. I can see Annie here and Sandeep, we know each other. Um, uh, and I'm based in San Jose, California. So it's early morning time for me. So sorry for joining late. Just getting kids ready for school. But yeah, what brings me here is like, as Barka mentioned, like, yeah, I only heard about Hanuman Chalisa, but never got to know the meaning of it. And so just trying to figure it out. I don't recite it. I heard it sometimes, but hopefully I'll continue and get into this devotion and understand more about our spiritual context. Like, so yeah, looking forward for it.
Thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Thanks for joining in so early. Yeah, must be quite early there. 7:30. Yes.
Hi
Yes.
everyone. My name is Sumit. I'm based out of Pune. Um, I've had a long association with Hanumanji since childhood, and then I lost track in uh, the middle, and I sort of got back to him some time ago. And I've read the Hanuman Chalisa. I read it. I've also contemplated the meaning of it. Uh, I'm here to sort of, as Shesh mentioned, right, Sandeep also brings in some metaphorical understanding sometimes, and I'm very curious about that. And it's always special to do it in a group. So really glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Hi everyone. This is Anirudh. I am from Mumbai, and what brings me here is, I think simply connecting more with Hanumanji than I am currently connected. Get further ahead in that connection. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. Keep deepening our connection. Yes. Go ahead,
Hello,
Pushkar.
everyone.
Oh,
Sorry, Pushkar.
no, go ahead,
Okay,
Madhuri, then
so
Pushkar.
yeah. So I'm Madhuri from Mumbai, and what brings me here is, of course, Sandeep brings uh, different perspectives, which uh, for the renowned things, and that is I'm curious about learning that. And another thing is like to hear something for my hero from a staunch devotee like Sandeep. Uh, that is very important for me. So thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhuri.
Hello everyone, myself Pushkar. Am I audible properly?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm from Indore, and basically I did this workshop earlier also and liked it. So that's why this is the second time I'm doing it. And yeah, devotion basically the reason why I'm joining it again.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Pushkar. You did batch one, right? I think of this first
Yes,
batch.
yes. First wali batch.
Thank you. Okay. Who are left? There is Apeksha, Dada Sahib. Go ahead.
Namaste everyone.
And Megha.
My name is Dada Saheb. I hope I am audible, right?
Yes. Yes, you.
Okay. So I'm based out of rural Maharashtra. I work in a non-profit, and we do some of the initiatives with youth from like rural areas, villages, and all. Uh, for example, like life skills through sports or education through sports or something like that. One of the initiative we recently started is like couple of youth started chanting Hanuman Chalisa coming into Hanuman Mandir on every Saturday.
Mm.
Now
Okay.
that number grows into almost like 45 youth coming together and started chanting Hanuman Chalisa on every Saturday. That was really
Yeah.
fascinating that the youth that we are working with have started this kind of a ritual into villages. So I was just curious. I also used to like chant it, but really not aware about the meaning and all those things. So I think पहले सीख लेते हैं and then we'll also discuss with these youth कि हम क्या chant कर रहे हैं. That is the purpose.
Bilkul. Okay. Thank you, Dada Sahib. That's great. Yeah. Rural Maharashtra has a big connection with Hanumanji anyway. So, yes.
Hi everyone, I'm Megha. I'm based out of Gurgaon, and what brings me here is curiosity and learning and Swasth.
Thank you. Thank you, Megha. Yes, Apeksha, go ahead.
Sorry, I am Apeksha. I'm from Mumbai. I joined the Hanuman for class from two lengths. One is the prom and couldn't jot down on the god that I was pursuing, and also chanted it as a young child. And then Hanuman Chalisa has been part of my life, but happy to learn what it really means and why everybody asks people to chant it that often.
Okay. Good. So I like so many of you are saying you want to learn to chant it as well, because we'll try and do that also as part of this. It's good to know. Good. Yeah, I think all introductions are done. Mona, no, you haven't introduced. You did? No. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Mona from Gurgaon, and what brings me here is I just want to learn the meaning because there's a very strong calling towards Hanumanji first time in my life, and it just happened. I'm I'm like really feeling his presence, and it's happening for the first time. It's magic, it's beautiful, it's blissful, and I'm just here to learn.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, I think everyone done the introductions. Okay, good. So let's get started. And I'll just share very quickly what the workshop, the way it is. So we have 5 sessions starting today. Each session is about 1 hour 15 minutes. We'll start each session with reciting the Hanuman Chalisa. We won't do it together because we would have, if we had been in person, it would have been great. But Zoom will just mess it up. So I'll always ask one volunteer to try. And of course, if nobody is there, I'll do it. But I would prefer if one of you chose to do it. So please see if for today, if anyone is there in the next few minutes, I know it's a surprise, but if somebody wants to take that up, that will be great. Every session will take few of the chopais or verses. So these are chopais, not like Sanskrit verses, but we'll take them in detail. So the way sort of I have come to understand it is that it's sort of divided in sections, which gives us different insights about him. While there is a literal translation, when we group them, then it comes out a little interesting at least. So that's what I'll try and share, and then we can discuss it and have a very free flowing Q&A kind of open. So if in the middle also you feel like just pause me and ask for any more further question on anything. I'll either say I'll explain it then, or I'll say let's see to the end and then we'll come. But we'll see that. Our sessions are till 9:15. I do stay back. I hope we finish on time. Sometimes we don't. I allow for more conversation rather than be very strict on time. But I do stay back even after that. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, but the recording is always there. If people have to leave, please feel free as per your convenience. Yeah, and the reason we are doing all this is to cultivate this habit of reciting or singing or chanting the Hanuman Chalisa daily. And the reason I say that, and when I say reciting, chanting, singing, I mean doing it aloud at least once. And the reason I say that because there is one to listen to it. So many of people just listen, laga ke, now there's so much YouTube, this, that, there are so many options, so many versions. You pick one which you like if you love music in whatever way, but sing along with it. And the reason is the way something affects us from a neuroscience perspective. When we just hear, only our sensory part is getting engaged. But when we actually speak, it engages our action part also. And because we have to send a particular command, and that's how most of our mantras and these chalisas, why they have survived for so long, is because they give benefit to people when we actually say it out loud. Because when we say something, we have to move our vagus nerve. So vagus nerve controls our voice box. So whenever we say something, it stimulates our vagus nerve, and vagus nerve is the nerve which connects every organ in our body, right from our face, our eyes, going down right through our heart, lungs, kidney, everything to our genitals, right top to bottom. What we even sometimes call as chakras. So chakras, some people say is along the spine, but equally important is parallel is vagus nerve, which is running parallel to the spine. The by the way, the word Vegas itself, it's Latin for wandering. So they named it a vagus nerve because they didn't know where it was going. It was wandering all over the body essentially. So it affects everything. It affects every part of our autonomous system definitely. All that is happening, which affects our well-being in its own way, in different ways. So all these chopais, chalisas, verses, they have, I think, been designed. They are like a software program, right? They are like ones and zeros. The command we have to give to our vagus nerve to come out with that sound. So it's important to make that sound. Right? So let's try. We'll try with chanting. We'll see how it goes. But even if you don't know, I will send. If you can get a copy, it's very easily available. I'll send one or two pager version of it, so you can look at it. It's though in Devanagari. I hope everyone's comfortable with Devanagari here. But you will have the recording from today, so we'll record whoever is the volunteer today. Okay, so we'll start, I think, with that. Yes. So who will volunteer today? And it doesn't have to be musical. You will find. So the real way. So again, before I actually even ask for a volunteer, the real way to chant the Hanuman Chalisa is your way, because it also represents your current state of the nervous system. And as you chant it with your system, I feel that's better than actually chanting along with the musical version, because then your nervous system will start getting organized and realigned. And you will find that over days, at least I have found, I chant it differently on different days. Sometimes it actually takes 1 or 2 minutes. Sometimes it goes on for 10 minutes because it's different. My state is different, so it comes out differently, and but still ends up organizing me at that point. So that's why don't worry about the music, the surilapan or anything. Just go ahead and chant it. So whoever wants to volunteer, there are some I know who have been chanting. Others who, for them it's first time, it's okay. Maybe next 3-4 sessions you get there where you can share it with us also. Who's the volunteer? Don't make me volunteer. Yes, Deepak ji. Deepak, go ahead. Chalo, we'll all mute ourselves and
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निजमन मुकुर सुधारि बरनउँ रघुवर बिमल जस जो दायक फलचार। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरऊ कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिहुँ लोक उजागर राम दूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा। हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर सहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हरषि लाए। रघुपत कीनी बहुत बढ़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावें अस कहीं श्रीपति कंठ लगावें। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद सारद सहित ईसा। जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाँ ते कवि कोविद कहीं सके कहाँ ते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना। तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताई मधुर फल जानो। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेल मुख माही जल दिलांग गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लय तुमरी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोग हाँकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोए अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जान की माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पासा सदा रहो रघुपत के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवरपुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरई हनुमत से ही सब सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई होई छूटई बंद महासुख होई। जो ये पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्ध साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरिचेरा कीजय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसो सुख।
thank you, Deepak. Thank you, sir. Okay. Yeah. Good. Take your time. Okay. So let's get started with the Hanuman Chalisa. Uh, so before we start, there's some obviously gratitude. We start with the gratitude. The first is, of course, to the composer, who's Goswami Tulsidas ji. So this is in the language called Avadhi. So this is not in Sanskrit. This is the language Avadhi, which is from the region Awadh or Ayodhya. Right. So that's where from that language Goswami Tulsidas ji has composed it. The translations that I'll show, at least in English, are from the Central Chinmaya Mission Trust, which is Swami Chinmaya Anand, his trust. So Swami Tejomay Anand has written a commentary on it. So we've just used the translation from it. We'll also see pictures for each, images for each of the chopai. And I just love this one. The images are from Ramakrishna Mutt. So these are all Advait uh, groups, right? Ramakrishna Mutt and Chinmayaji, and they are also fully following Hanumanji because he has a very special role in our entire structure. So images are from there, every picture, but these were images which are black and white. So there's a very small, Sumit has it, he told me, the small, very small Hanuman Chalisa with meaning, with picture of just one page on each or two pages, one with picture, one with the chopai and meaning. It's beautiful. But the pictures weren't colored. So the coloring of those images were done by Tanush and Madhuri. So Madhuri Mistri, Tanush is her son. So, and Madhuri, they have done the coloring and made each one of them come to life. So for me, that was one of the projects, and we'll send you at the end with the gratitude, the entire just one PPT of all the Chalisa slides also at the end, or I can send it before also. Big deal, yeah. So yeah, so thank you to all of them before we start. Now the Chalisa, as I said, is 40 chopais, but before the 40 chopais come two what are known as dohas, right? So what we started with, what Deepak also started with, which is the image as it says, Sri Guru Charana Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudhar Barnau Raghubar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchar. Right, so this is Avadhi. It's very similar to Hindi also. So with Hindi, we can figure out some of the meaning. So Shri Guru Charana Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudhar. So with a spotless mind, serene mind, purified by the dust from the lotus feet of the Guru. So Guru, bowing down to our Guru uh, and keeping our mind calm, just as the picture says. What are we doing? We now describe the glory, the Bimal, the Jas, the Yash. Jasu means Yash, right? So in Avdi there is no Ya, so it becomes Ja everywhere. You will find that Jam, Yam, all that will come. Yasu. So the Yash of Shri Hanuman. Why Hanuman? Raghubar. So Raghubar, some people also, it's obviously from whoever is from the Raghu Vansh, which is Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughan. So Hanumanji was not from there. But as we'll see in one of them also and everywhere, he's considered, Ramji only made him his brother. So he by that becomes also a Raghuvanshi. So that's why they say it's in the glory of Shri Hanuman as well. Jo Dayak Phalchar. So he gives us, who is capable of giving us the four results. Phalchar. The four Purshats, which are what we know in as Kama, Artha, Dharma, Moksha. Right? So this is are the four Purshats, which is everything. So there is sensual pleasure, there is material there, Artha, dharma, which is the way of living, the conduct, and moksha, the spiritual goal. All four he is capable of giving us. Of sare. So this is not about one thing or the other, but he is capable of giving us all the four. And we'll see how he's able to do that. But that's what he's just setting up upfront. This is like the introduction. We haven't gotten into the Hanuman Chalisa. This is just the dua saying when we start saying it, we do it with this saying, come with a very clear mind, submitting to your guru, and try and praise or talk about Hanumanji. We'll talk about Hanumanji. Then Buddhihin tanu janike sumiro pavan kumar. So Buddhihin means I am Buddhihin. Taking yourself like just not thinking anything about yourself. Sumiro Pavan Kumar. Remember Pavan Kumar because he is known as the Pavan Putra Hanumanji. And what can he give us? Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu. So Bal, Buddhi and Vidya. So physical strength, intellectual prowess, buddhi, which is the ability to differentiate between dharma and adharma, and vidya, which is just knowledge, just information also. Dehu mohi, harhu, kalesh bikar. So take away or my harlo. Harhu means harlo. Harlo what? All my kleshas, all my troubles, all my suffering that is there. And my bikar also. Right? So I don't know anything. Buddhihin tanu janike. I am coming in with that. Sumiro Pavan Kumar, just remembering the son of wind god. So we'll see the significance also of this. Why is he the wind god? Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi Harhu Kalesh Vikar. Right. Similarly, at the end, we say another doha. We'll come to that when we come to the end, which also summarizes in some ways. So this is like the exact summary of the Hanuman Chalisa in a lot of ways. As you will see the whole Hanuman Chalisa, you will start seeing these two are like the executive summary. Everything is in this in a lot of ways. So he is introducing him. He is Pavan Kumar. So take away all my kleshas, my bikars, everything. Harhu, klesh, vikar. That's what this is about. Okay? Clear till here? How are the images? Yes, good. Yeah, they describe the meaning very nicely. Okay, so now let's get into the Hanuman Chalisa. So the first part of Hanuman Chalisa that we'll cover today, I think about 8 chopais, essentially answers this question, right? Who is Shri Hanuman, right? We are going to talk about Hanuman. Hanuman Chalisa is, but first Goswamiji says, let's introduce him. Who is Hanuman? Right? So all the first few chopais are about him and they go as follows. Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar. So he is Jai Hanuman, victory to Hanuman. Who is he? He is Jnana Guna Sagar. So his first introduction is he is a sagar, an ocean of Gyan and Gun, of knowledge and guna, of qualities, good qualities. Jai Kapish Tihu Lok Ujagar. So he is Kapish. Kapish means, Kapi means monkey. So he's the king of monkeys. He's like a king of monkeys. Who? Tihu Lok Ujagar. He enlightens all the three worlds. Three worlds, right? So victory to you, Jai Hanuman, who is an ocean of knowledge and virtues. Jai Kapish, Lord of monkeys. Tihu Lok Ujagar. So he is known in all the three worlds, Patal, Dharti and Swarg. So he is known everywhere. He is one entity who is all over. There are stories of him in Patal Lok, in higher and of course on earth. So he is known everywhere. He is that popular. Yeah, these are, so we'll come to these words a little bit more also. Why Gyan? Because Gyan is very important. We think of Gyan as simply sometimes knowledge, but what does knowledge really mean? Right? I'll summarize at the end what all of this means. Then comes the next part. So this is his overall quality introduction. Jai Ramadut Atulit Baldhama. So he is a Ramadut. He is not Ram. He is the messenger of Ram. And he knows that very well, that he is the messenger of Ram. So he is a messenger of Ram. Ram is there. Ram is the Ishwar. He is like the big boss, the chairperson. He is the CEO. Right? Like that. So he is Ramadut. Ramadut Atulit Baldhama. He is infinite strength. Atulit Baldhama. Infinite strength. बहुत बल is just infinite. Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. So now his introduction is coming as Anjani Putra. So he's a son of Anjani. Right? Abode of incomparable strength. He's the son of Anjani and Pavan Sut. Sut also means son. So Pavan Sutnama. So he's also known as the son of wind god. So the legend is that he was born from wind, and we'll see how that birth also happens. I'm just taking you through quickly, then I'll bring all these together. But this is his other introduction. So introduction has his qualities, then they're bringing in about his birth. Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. Mahabir Bikram Bajrangi Kumati Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi. So he is Mahabir. He is greatest of the Veers, and he has a body like a Bajrang. So this story probably all of you know, but the way he got his name was when he swallowed the sun, Then Indra actually struck him with the Vajra on his chin, and that opened his mouth, and the sun came out. That's how the sun came out. But he actually became unconscious at that point. But he still survived that Vajra ka var. Nobody else has survived the thunderbolt ka var. That's why he is known as Vajrang. That his ang, his body is like that thunderbolt. It's bigger than the thunderbolt. So he can't be even killed by that, right? So he is Vajrang. His body is that strong. He's of course a incomparable warrior. That's Mahabir and Vikram. Kumati Nivar. So he removes our Kumati, bad thoughts, as shown here. He removes the bad thoughts. Sumati ke Sangi, and companion of the wise, or he brings in good thoughts. So Kumati and Sumati, it's about our mind, it's how he affects our psychology. He takes away the bad thoughts and he brings in the Sumati, the good mat, the good thoughts. So he has also, so in this one thing, what are you seeing? They're talking about his body. He's strong in the body and also psychologically. Right? So there is strength in the body and the mind, both. So he's again just introducing. Then they're getting into his physical description. Kanchana Bharana Biraj Subesa Kanan Kundala Kunchit Kesa. So this is the physical description. His golden complexion, Kanchana Bharana Biraj Subesa. And his clothes, they are very beautiful. Right? They are golden, they are always shining. Right? So beautiful. Kanan Kundala Kunchit Kesa. With the glittering earrings and curly hair. So they're describing his also physical beauty. That he's not just powerful, he's also very wise. Gyan has already come. He's also psychologically stable, psychologically right, and very physically beautiful. Kanchana Bharana Biraj Suvesa Kanan Kundal Kunjit Kesa. Yeah, okay till here. हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे. So again, Hath Vajra. Hand is like a Vajra, or he has a Vajra in the hand and a flag, which is shown in this picture here. This flag is of Ram. Hath Vajra or Dhwaja Viraje, Kandhe Munj Janeu Saje. So the sacred thread, Janeu, is across his shoulders, which is made from the grass, Munja grass, Kandhe Munj Janeu Saje. So this is again telling that he is learned. So I don't know many people how many know it when Shri Ram and Lakshman were going in search of Sugriv. When Sugriv saw them first, he got very afraid. He first thought this was somebody sent by Bali. So he sent Hanuman. He said, Hanuman, you go first, see who they are. And then I will, if required, I will come forward. So he first goes dressed as a ascetic almost, right? And he talks to them in fluent Sanskrit. And the first impression Ram gets is that he is a very learned person. That's the first thing he tells Lakshman about Hanuman, that, oh, we don't have to worry. He's a very learned person. So he's very learned. He's a scholar. We have only heard stories of his physical valor so much. But in the introduction, he's setting this up very nicely that he is also as learned. You don't have to ignore that. So, and different signs too. Again, both of these together, Hath, Vajra or Dhwaja Viraje. So there is strength in the hands and Kandhe Munche Janeu Saje. So there is also wisdom, there is also knowledge, there is also Gyan. And this is another very interesting part. So Shivji is coming. So Shankar Suvana Kesari Nandan. So again, he's gone back to his introduction in a different way. Shankar Suvana Kesari Nandan Tej Pratap Mahajagavandan. So Shankar Suvan. So he is Suvan. He is also a representative or an ansh of Shiva also. Some say he's the son of Shiva also. Suvan means. So he also comes from Shiva also. And Kesari Nandan. So Kesari was his biological father. He was Anjani's husband. So the birth story, there are different stories of his birth itself, but one of the stories is that when Shri Ram decided or Vishnu decided to take birth as Ram, Then Shivji said, "Oh, I will also come along." And that's sort of the policy. Whenever there is Vishnu, Shiv comes, and whenever Shiv is there, Vishnu comes as part of his team. The primary birth is one, the other comes as part of the team. So he says, "I have to come. So how should I come as?" So Shivji let out a part of him, which Pavan, which is Vayu, Vayu carried it and brought that seed of Shiv to Anjani and Kesari. So that's why he is Shankara Suvana, Kesari Nandan, and Anjani Putra Pavan Sutanama. So all of those come together for him. So that's his lineage. We asked na lineage kahan se ho? Kya hai? So that is his lineage. He's giving us that, and that's important because that tells us about him, who he is also. Right? That's the importance of the lineage. And Tej Pratap Mahajagavandan. So everyone in the Jug does your Vandana. Everyone in the world respects you because of your Pratap, your Tej Pratap. Tihu Lok Ujagar and Jagavandan. So he is very well respected across the world. Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. So he is again Vidyavan, very strong in knowledge, Guni, and also Chatur. Chatur means clever, right? So he is very intelligent. Chatur. Chatur and Chatur. That's what Chatur becomes Chatur. You are full of knowledge and virtues and are highly intelligent. So Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatur. But where does he use all of this? That's where his uniqueness will also come. Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. So he is always eager to do what? To do Ram's work. Right? Ram means the supreme divine's work, which is his Swadharma. So he is always eager to just do that. He is deploying all his physical strength, his beauty, his chaturai, his vidya, his gun, his gyan, only for Ram Kaj. That is what makes him unique and distinct. That's why Ramadut Atulit Baldhama. Again, Ramadut, he is the Ramdut. He's not Ram, but he's the Ramdut Atulit Baldhama. And Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. So he's really devoted. Everything that he has goes there, and also vice versa. That's his strength. Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur. Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Ko Rasiya. Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya. Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Ko Rasiya. So you like to listen to the glories of Lord. Prabhu Charitra. So Charitra, like Ram Charitra, right? So Ram Prabhu Charitra, Sunibe Ko Rasiya. So what do you get ras from? What do you enjoy from the listening to the glories of God? That's again him. He's totally devoted to Ram again. Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya. And this is important. So it's just not Ram, it's Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya. So all three are there together. So it's Ram, there is Devi also in the roop of Sita, and Lakshman also. Ram's Lakhan, Sita Man Basiya. So in his heart, they reside fully. So this is his introduction. This is who he is. These first 8 chopais talk about that. Right? So this is the translation literal. What can we take away? At least what I have taken away, I'll try and summarize. So the first is, who is Sri Hanuman from all of this? To me, he's a complete yogi. Why I say complete yogi? Because he is first a Gyan yogi. Because that's the first line. It comes in the first only. Jai Hanuman Gyana Guna Sagar. And why is he Param Gyani? Because Gyan is not in the books. It's not through scriptures. Gyan only comes from experience. Even knowledge only comes from experience. Right? So if I ask all of you, how many of you know the taste of passion fruit? How many will? I can see all of you, so you can just raise your hands. Yes? How do you know? Who all know? Quite a few know. Okay. So how do you know? Unmute and tell me, how do you know the taste of passion fruit? Barkha is lipping. I'm reading that because you ate it. Okay. Anybody else? How do you know the taste of passion fruit? Because you ate it. Right? And others don't know it because they never ate it. Like me. Now, if I were to ask you to describe those who have eaten it, can you describe one by one? So let's say Barkha, you say, how would you describe the taste of passion fruit? You have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Huh?
Yeah.
So, how is the taste of passion fruit?
How do you describe the taste of passion fruit?
Yes.
I would say a little sweet, and it tastes a little different from the regular fruits that I've had.
Good. Okay. Sweet and little different. Okay. Who else was it? Deepak? You also raised your hand. Huh? Passion fruit. How would you describe the taste of passion fruit?
I can't describe it. Like,
Huh?
I can't describe that others can understand.
No, but whatever your version is, how would you
Yeah, it's
say it?
sweet. The texture is little different, like not less juicy compared to others.
Less juicy. Okay. Anyone else? Anirudh, you had raised your hand also, right? I see. Hmm.
Okay. Don't have so much such good vocabulary to describe, but I'll just try. Uh, yeah, it tastes a little sweet and sour both.
Sour also.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's a texture of seeds. So when you chew it, there's that texture comes.
There's a texture, then you chew it, okay?
Yeah.
And sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? I didn't see all the hands. There were more though, I remember. Madhuri, you have also eaten passion fruit? Did you raise your hand? No? Okay. Who else knows the taste? Who had raised their hands? Ah, Micah, go ahead. How would you describe it?
The same as what Anirudh described, sweet and sour.
Okay. So you both found it more also sour. Others didn't add the word sour. Okay. Anybody else? Anything else? No. Okay. But this is what happens. Even in four, there is some difference, right? In how you are describing the same thing. All of you have experienced it, but there is a difference also in that, right? But you only know it because you experienced it. And that's why Hanumanji is Gyani because he experienced Ram. He's not Gyani because he read all the scriptures. He's Gyani because he experienced Ram. He knew what being with Ram is like. And that's why there is a story also about a Ramayana that he composed as well. Right? So Shri Valmiki ji, when he composed the Ramayana that we have, he went to Hanumanji and he shared it with him. He said, how do you like it? See, he said, he read it and Hanumanji said, oh, it's very good, it's great. And then he said, I have also written a Ramayana. Do you want to see it? Valmiki ji read it and he started like crying. There were tears down his eyes. And Hanumanji said, what happened? You didn't like it? He said, no, it's so good that after reading yours, nobody will read mine. So Hanumanji said, okay, it was apparently this is how the story goes. It was on leaves. So he let it just flow in the river. So actually, we don't have that Ramayana. We just have this story. And that was because it was coming from his experience of Ram. So that's what makes him Jnana Guna Sagar. Right? That's the path of Gyan Yoga also. It's a path of experience, of experiencing life and learning from it. That's the path of Gyan Yoga. People often think Gyan Yoga is about reading all the scriptures and reading all the textbooks. But his life tells us that being a Gyan Yogi is not about that. It may start with that. There's nothing wrong with reading the scriptures. It's a start. We are also thinking or learning about Hanuman Chalisa. But that's a good start. That's just the starting point of the Shravan Manan Nididhyasan. It's actually about experiencing it in our lives. How do we experience? And that's where practice comes in. So to experience Hanumanji, you have to practice Hanuman Chalisa. Once a day, allowed. And you'll keep coming back to that. That's how you will get to know him even more. You will get to experience him. You will build your connection or deepen your connection. And he will take you to Sri Ram eventually. Right? Because that's where he will take you. Okay. So that's how he's a Gyan Yogi. Because he follows this. Then the next chopai, right? Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar Jai Kapish Tihu Lok Ujagar. So he's called as Kapish, the lord of monkeys. Right? But he is not the king of monkeys, right? King of monkeys was Vali and then Sugriv. So why is he called the king of monkeys? Because he's the king of our monkey mind. So he has complete control over his monkey mind. And one of the things that happens as we chant the Hanuman Chalisa also, it brings us more awareness in our mind. So Jai Kapish means his monkey mind, and this makes him a Raj Yogi. which is the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, the path described in Patanjali Yoga Sutras of having free from all vrittis of the mind, of having sort of control of your mind, of being able to bring it to a state of nirod, of state of certain state of calmness, meditativeness. So he is the master meditator also. So he's also that. He's a Raj Yogi also. There are four paths. All of them come in the first two chopais only. Then Jai Kapishati Hu Lok Ujagar Ramadut. Right? So Ramadut Atulit Baldhama. Ramadut. So he's Ramadut. He's the messenger. That's why he's a Param Bhakt. He's the like now the symbol of Bhakti Yoga. He's the Param Bhakt. And this picture of his says it all, right? See, Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya. I didn't tell the story then because it was here. So Ram Lakhan Sita Man Basiya. We saw that, right? So this story goes that as when they had come for coronation at Ayodhya, and all everyone had come for the coronation of Ram and Sita. So they were distributing pearls and gems and everything to everybody. So they gave to everyone. So Hanumanji also got a pearl necklace, and he took that necklace, bit a pearl, opened it, threw it away. Broke the pearl, threw it away. Then he took the next one, bit it. See? So people asking, what are you doing? This is a pearl. This is so precious. Why are you breaking and just throwing them away? He says, I'm checking if there is my Ram, Lakshman and Sita in this. If that's not there, it's useless for me. There is no value to this. So then people told him, Are, what are you saying? It's not like this. Does this mean your body has them? Otherwise, your body is useless. He says, No, they are there. That's when he opens up his chest and shows the world that there is Ram, Lakhan, Sita, Manbasi. Right? That's why his body is also so strong and everything that's there. But that's the story behind why he is the Param Bhakt. So he is also a role model for Bhakti Yoga. And last but not the least, Atulit Baldhama. So Atulit Baldhama happens when we follow the path of Karam Yoga. So that's a part of Karam Yoga where we have unmatched strength. We also don't know what we can achieve actually. We limit ourselves by setting goals. A Karam Yogi doesn't set goals because he knows I don't know what can be achieved. If I set a goal, I might just limit myself to that while my goal is limitless. So his story is also like this, right? He had forgotten all his powers. You know when he remembers his powers? At what point in the Ramayana he remembers his powers? I see nods. Now where? You can unmute. Go ahead. Where does he remember his powers? Yes, Rajiv.
When Ramji tells him before he goes to Lanka.
Ramji tells him before he goes to Lanka. Somewhere around that, but not exact moment I'm asking. Who tells him also? It's interesting. Yes, Deepak.
Before he makes that leap over the.
Ah. Okay. Deepak?
Jamvant reminds him of his powers before when he is disappointed or worried that he can't cross over the ocean, or how will he cross over the ocean.
Cross over. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Shreyas? You had also unmuted.
Yeah, Jamvant ji, son of
Jamvan.
Lord Brahma, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So at that moment, when
जब
that
लक्ष्मण को
they had reached, huh? Sorry. Okay.
या जब
So at
लक्ष्मण
that
को
moment,
शक्ति लगी थी
लक्ष्मण को शक्ति लगी थी. ये कौन बोल रहे हैं?
जी मैं दादा साहब बात कर रहा हूँ जब लक्ष्मण
हाँ दादा
जी
साहब बोले.
मूर्छित हो गए थे
हाँ हाँ हाँ
मूर्छित हो गए थे
हाँ.
and there was no any other option to treat
Yeah,
him
that is the
before sunrise.
yeah, that is correct. That is when this picture comes, which that image that is there. But he was reminded of his powers when that leap had to be made. First time in search of Mother Sita, they had reached the tip of the land. They couldn't see anything beyond it. That time, Jatayu's brother Sampati was there. He tells them, I can see Sita there. But they needed physical proof. They needed somebody to go there to verify that. And it was 800 course, 800 course, 800 miles. So some Vanar said, I can jump 30 miles. Some said, I can jump 50 miles. Angad said, I can jump 100 miles. That was the max. Because Angad was also in that troop. And then Hanumanji was actually just sitting. And then Jamwan smiled and went and told him, why are you not trying? Bole, I don't know. Bole, you try. You have these powers. So when Ram Kaj Karibe Ko Atur, when it becomes Ram's work, when we dedicate ourselves to our Swadharma again, when we become that Karam Yogi where we don't think about how much I can achieve, then I can achieve 800 miles also. That's what that tells us. I don't know how much I can jump. If I say I can jump 100, I cannot jump more than 100 definitely. I'll jump less only. But Karam Yogi says ki just let's do it. Let's follow the process. We'll see where the result takes us. And wherever it takes us, that's where I need to be. And that's why he is also a pure Karam Yogi. So all the four paths he is a role model for. And it also shows that's how it is that when somebody reaches that stage of final stage of yoga through whatever path, then it becomes a complete person. Then all looks same. He may reach through any path. You may reach through any of these paths. It's like a mountain. You can climb any which way from this direction, this, or you can keep going like this also. But when you reach the tip, then you have everything. It's all are there. So he is that person. So he's a complete yogi. This tells us about all about yoga. Otherwise, we think yoga is asanas and pranayam. At max, chalo, abhi meditation we add in yoga in the name of yoga. But he is telling us all the forms of yoga, and it comes in the first two chopais only. This introduction. Jai Hanuman, Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Tihu Lok Ujagar, Ramadut Atulit Baldhama, Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. Makes sense? Is it clear? Four paths. And he's capturing the essence in each of his stories. That essence of the path also comes beautifully. There's another story about his bhakti. We'll maybe do that later. Yeah. Then the second thing that we see in his introduction again that comes up and that happens as soon as you follow this path of yoga, any path of yoga. Yoga literally means union, right? So it's a union of your mind, your body, and your soul. It's that union. And from whatever way you reach that, you reach perfection in all of these three dimensions. And that's what the introduction is also telling us, that he's reached perfection in all dimensions. He's a complete individual. He's complete, perfect, or whatever adjective you want to use, right? He has a beautiful, strong, valorous body, right? So like a poet, he's describing it. Kanchan varana biraj suvesa kanan kundala kunjit kesa. Right? Simple things. He has a kundal. He's describing his earring, his curly hair, right? Golden body. And strong. He keeps repeating Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, right? Vajrang is strong also. So it's beautiful and strong. It's not, there's no or. Once you reach yoga, the state of yoga, it's all and. Right? You replace the yoga word with and. It's all about ands. Everything becomes one because it becomes one big and. So he has a beautiful, strong, valorous body. And same way, very knowledgeable, wise, virtuous, guni, right? Vigyan, Jnani, everything. That's why he can give us bal vidya, buddhi mohi, bal buddhi vidya mohi dehu. Right? So right up front he says he can give us all of these things because he's a master of it. He has mastered them. He's a perfect, complete individual. And the last thing that makes him really complete is his devotion to Sri Ram. So he's spiritually also completely aligned with who he is. He knows he is Ramdut. There's a lot of discussion on when he sees Mother Sita, meets her for the first time. He burns down half of Lanka, or 25% of Lanka. He could have just brought Sita Mana with him on the leap back and finished it. You don't have to have a war and all. But he knew his role was to be a messenger of Ram. He is not Ram. That is Ram's dharma. So Ram has to do his. So we have to know our dharma, our place. That is what connects to our Swadharma. That is our Swadharma. So he knows that. So he is devoted to his dharma. He is devoted to his Swadharma, which he knows is devotion to Ram or doing the work of Ram. Ram kaj karibe ko atur. प्रभु वचन सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. So that's his other part of his introduction, that he's a complete individual, and this happens. So these two are almost, one can say, synonymous, that you are a complete yogi or you're a complete individual. So Goswami ji has just described to us his qualities from both sides. So whatever connects for you, if you think being a complete individual is more ideal, then you follow that. If you want to follow any of the paths of yoga, you follow that. Right? So he's giving options so that you can choose which you like. It's not that you have to be all four. You can choose your path. But he's giving us that description of what it looks like or what it is like once you reach there in this introduction. And Hanumanji is a perfect example of that. Make sense? Yes? Questions, thoughts? Yes. Yeah, the images are good. Very nice. And coloring also. Okay. And last but not the least, I think in the introduction, which comes very profoundly, is his parents, his inheritance from his parents. And this is again very important, this introduction, because the reason he's saying, what do we get from our parents, right? The one thing we definitely get from our parents is the genetics, right? Which sets us up in a certain way, right? There is a certain thing that comes through that, right? And so that's what they're trying to say in that he is Anjani Putra, Pavan Sutanama, and Shankar Suvana Kesari Nandan. So he has four parents, right? So he has four parents. So his biological is mother is Anjani. So Anjani, I think, means this kajal in the eye, right? If I am Anjana, this means the kajal in the eye, which is to describe the beauty, right? So mother is beautiful, so he has that beauty inherited, right? And then his father, biological father, is Kesari. So Kesari, I think, is a word for lion, who is courageous, strong. So this is describing his physical attributes, that he is beautiful and he is strong, is courageous, because that's his what we call as Annamay body, the physical body, the body that's made from the food that we eat, the physicality of him. The physicality of him is Anjani Putra and Pavan Sut, and Kesari Nandan, which is he's beautiful and strong, like we saw. Then the next level is from Annamay in our like in the scriptures, Taittiriya Upanishad is described after Annamay, the another dimension is Pranamay Kosha. Pranamay. So in your energy, how are you in your energy? So he says energy, he is like Pavan. So he is a Pavan Putra. It will keep coming up. So what does Pavan stand for? In our body, it stands for Prana. So Hanumanji is really in charge of our Prana in our body. The energy body, he is the master of it. And that's why he has influence both on the physical and the mental. Because he is that connecting layer. Prana is that connecting layer which connects very loosely. It is in our nervous system, but it's not the physical nervous system. Nervous system is still a part of the physical body, but it's the energy body that's created because of that physicality. And that's what he is in charge of. And he's like Pavan. So what is another quality of Pavan?
Everywhere.
It's everywhere. Do you see it? No, but it's there, right? You can't see it, but it's there. Just like prana, we cannot see it. That's what everyone will tell you. Cut open, you can never find prana. That's why it's not the nervous system. Nadis are not nerves. That's a bad translation. If people tell you that, right? It is the energy body, which we now know. Every chip in your mobile phone and laptop has an energy body. I don't know, people know that. That's what quantum physics has taught us. That's how all engineering is happening right now. Every chip in your mobile, in your laptop, anywhere, every watch, everywhere is only working on prana actually. Is working on the energy body. All equations are written in energy body terms, but they don't want to relate that to human body. It is there in the humans also, in any living form for that matter. That prana is there, it connects the two, it is everywhere, you can't see it, and you cannot live without it. What happens if air goes away for a minute? You cannot live without it. It is also the thing which connects us to everything. There's so many properties of Pavan, right? We think we are two. This is a very good example. Now you close your nose. You will know how connected you are. You can't survive more than 2 minutes with your nose closed, right? You are connected with the whole eternal everything around you. You won't survive without that connection. As people say, half your lung is outside. Only half of the lung is here, right? Half is outside. You won't be able to breathe. That's pavan again. So that's prana again, right? In the yogic system, that's prana. So you can't survive without it. And it never asks you for anything. Pavan doesn't ask for anything. It's just there. It's there to serve. It's there. You do what you do with it. We are polluting it now, both outside and inside us, unfortunately. But Hanumanji again is the master of it. So as we do the Hanuman Chalisa reciting, you will find your prana is getting clear. That's why I said chanting will clear your vagus nerve. That nerve will send message which will clear your energy system. So chanting Hanuman Chalisa is a form of pranayam for anything, for lack of any other equivalent, because people want to do pranayam. We think it's something very fancy. You chant the Hanuman Chalisa, like how Deepak did it. You chant it once, it will regulate your breath in a way. That's pranayam. Pranayam literally means that regulate your breath. Ayam, exercise of your breath. To say the Hanuman Chalisa non-stop, even by reading it, forget by memory, it will do something to you. So that's why I encourage people who haven't tried it to try it at least once before the next. And ideally do it daily, once daily. It will take max, even if you don't know it, max 10 minutes. I think Deepak did it much faster in 3 or 4 minutes. But if you read it based on your reading, how you read it, it will take max 10 minutes. But take that out, try it. Whether nothing will clear your prana, because this is again a very important action organ that we have. And Hanumanji is the master of it. Pavan Sut. He is the master of it. That's his essence again. That's what he's inherited from his father, Pavan. From Kesari and Anjani, he's inherited beauty and strength and courage and valor. And from Pavan, he's inherited all these qualities, the connection with life, most importantly. And who is his other parent?
Shiv.
Shankar Suvana.
Shankar. Shankar.
Shankar, yes, Shiva. So he's his spiritual parent. So in spirit, in essence, he is Shivansh. He's a Shivang. He's a part of Shiva. So he is that ascetic, right? He can be on Kailash and he can be also in Kashi. He's comfortable in both places in that sense. But his essence is of Shiva, of being non-attached. He can stay non-attached. He does things with just devotion. There is no attachment. There is vairagya. There is virakti.
Yeah. So the
So that's the...
Bairagi,
Yes, go ahead.
when we're talking about how he's a complete yogi, so that word was coming to me, Bairagi. Also
Vairagya.
in connection to the Ramayana he wrote and he just let it go without a second thought because
Without.
he told he
Yeah.
wrote it for Rama, not for the people.
Not for the...
Right.
Not for himself, not for his name. Definitely. He just wrote it for his joy to write it.
Yeah.
For Ram.
So
That's Vairagi. Yes. And Shiva is also the Yogeshwar. Yogeshwar is the first yogi, Adi Yogi himself. So he also gets that from Shiva. So this introduction actually in this way, that's why these are used terms in that entire passage. So Jai Hanuman Jnana Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Tihu Lok Ujagar, Ramadut Atulit Bal Dhama, Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama, Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Kumati Nivar Sumati Ke Sangi, so mine, Kanchan Baran Biraj Suvesa, कानन कुंडल कुंजित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूंद जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुनी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया. Right, so all this is his introduction. Who is Hanuman? So he's a complete yogi, a complete perfect individual, perfect man, perfect human, and doesn't gender agnostic. Don't see him as a man. He's a gender agnostic. That's why he's a Vanar actually. I think that's why he chose him to be a Vanar. So it doesn't represent a gender. It's again neutral. Prana is everywhere. Prana regulates our life. is really that part of our system. And yeah, chanting it clears all of that up. Yes. Yeah, that's it from my side. I'll leave it to questions, but most importantly, please do chant. You have one version, there are N versions on YouTube. So many versions. I'm sure you will be able to get the one you like. But I would also suggest still the best is your version. Go with whatever is yours. Read it if you don't know it. Read it. But if you are the musical type who likes only when there is music, then do it. But the value is in singing it, chanting it, reciting it. That's why sing is an option. You can just recite it. It goes with that also. You will find your own rhythm. Trust me. There are so many, I think, what these are rags, na? Madhuri, different rags they have put Hanuman Chalisa in. It's not in one rag. It's, I don't know what, that's another beauty, I think, of this composition somehow. It fits into many rags. While the meter is set, it's a set meter from a meter standpoint, from a number of syllables standpoint. The chopai is set, but it fits in multiple rags from a musical standpoint, and people are able to do that. So you can define your own way of doing it. And that's what I would encourage all to do. So from my side, this is it. We'll end with a prayer, but if there are any questions, comments, happy to take them. How was it? I know it went on like the I went for a quite continuous, but take a pause and see because it had to come together also. So yeah, any reflections, thoughts? Who is Hanumanji?
Till now, I only just heard, like, listen, like a song. Like the way you mentioned, you should chant again. I never, no one told me, like, okay. So that's different. And if you can send some PDF version, because I don't know, I need to print it out and
Yes,
learn.
yes,
I know first 8 verses because as a music, it's in my mind. But rest, what I knew, I get confused.
yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that happens. I have found that there are, I think, intentional loops also. Sometimes you go till one, if you're not looking at it, you will go back because it feels like connected to this. So you have to like really be thorough to continue. It actually creates those loops sometimes when you're saying it. And if you're not mindful in saying it also. Yes. So yeah, definitely. I'll send the PDF. That's it. Okay. Other thoughts?
Is it Shankar Suvan or Shankar Swayam? Because according to Rambhadracharya, so,
What is the difference? How would it be different, the meaning wise?
so Suvan and Swayam both are one and the same thing or different? Swayam
So
means he
Swayam
himself is
would,
pure.
yeah, and Suvan is like he's the son or essence of
Ah,
Shiva.
yeah, exactly.
So both from this meaning, it's be that he's carrying the essence of Shiva. That he's that
Okay.
Vairagi, he's the yogi, he can be both in Kailash and Kashi.
So
Madhuri, go ahead.
yeah. So when you were telling about like he is a complete yogi or complete individual, I was thinking like in today's world, how is it possible to have someone like him? And then second thought came that he's Chiranjeevi and he is there in this
Yes.
world as well. Yeah, so he's there. He's there to
He's there.
take care of us and yeah, and he's there to guide us.
He's there to guide us. He's there. I don't know how many of you know the story of how this was composed. I didn't share that actually, I forgot. This might be a time to how it was composed, no? People know the story? How Goswami Ji das. Oh, so
No.
this was the time when Goswami Tulsidas Ji was in 1600s, I think 15 or 1600s. I get confused between 16th century or whatever. So it was 15 1600s. So this was also in Uttar Pradesh area, right? So this was when there was Mughals who were ruling there, right? So to be somebody who was propagating Sanatan Dharma, he composed the Ramcharitmanas, he brought back Ram in that sense into people's consciousness even more. So the king, the Sultan of that time, or Nawab or somebody, arrested him and he put him either in Karagar or he put him in prison. So both stories are there that he was standing in front of him in his court and he told Goswami Tulsidas Ji, I will leave you if you convert. He said, there is no chance, of course, of me converting and all. So at that point, spontaneously, he called Hanumanji to his rescue, and that's how this got composed. So he started just on the spot, he composed this. See, Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukar Sudhar, Jai Hanuman Gyan Gun Sagar. And what happened, and this is what happened, was a whole army of monkeys came down from somewhere. They took over the guards, they hit all the guards, took all their weapons, took the entire kila, and the Nawab ran into his room and he didn't know what to do. So only Tulsidas ji remained in the court, they say. And then the Nawab asked the minister what to do. He said, free him, otherwise the monkeys won't let you do anything here. So that's how Hanuman Chalisa got composed, because when he was sort of in trouble, that's why they say, he's a Sankat Mochan kind of thing, and Klesha Vikar, Harahu Klesha Vikar, right at the beginning. So this is the story of how it got composed. So either he was in the court, and the other version is he was actually in the prison. And then again the same thing happened. The monkeys came, they just took over the whole killa, prison. The guards were all removed of their weapons, everything, sabko khali kar diya, and the only way they could save themselves was if they, because imagine, right? I don't know if people have been around monkey. You see two monkeys, we can't handle them now, right? Monkeys are so far, we can't do anything. They'll just take even the whatever sandwich fruit is in your hand, and they're so quick. You cannot do anything. And they just took over the whole killa. That's what said. That's how this was composed. So he's still around, to Madhuri's point. He's Chiranjeevi. So there are, I think, 7 Chiranjeevis in our, and he's one of them. He's designated to be the next Brahma. That's why he was given the Vardhan also to be Chiranjeevi. That the next cycle of creation after Pralay, there has to be a creator. Brahma is not a person, it's a role in our system. So Brahma is the creator, is a role who creates this Srishti. So he is designated to be the
Sorry to
next one after
interject, but what
Pralay.
is
After that,
Chiranjeev here? Sorry, I missed.
Chiranjeev means always alive, right? So he'll never die,
Okay.
permanently
Okay.
alive,
Thanks.
which is Hanumanji. So he's still around. He's still around. That's
Understood.
why he came to the rescue of Goswami Tulsidas ji. And Goswami Tulsidas ji anyway has many accounts of his encounter with Hanumanji. I think one encounter with Sri Ram and Lakshman, but many Hanumanji has been more frequent for him. And he's composed other things also, Bajrang Baan and all that. So yeah, thank you, Madhuri, for that. That brought this out. I had forgotten in some ways to say this story.
Sandeep,
Hmm.
it's
Yes.
not about the Hanuman Chalisa, it's about Goswami Tulsidas ji, and I'm very conflicted about him as an individual at times.
Yes.
Like, he's written beautiful pieces like the Chalisa itself. But then he also says, Dhol, Gawar, Shudra, Pashu, Nari, ye sab tadan ke adhikari. And which is, I know he was the product of his times and all of that, but I can't hold both of these together. I struggle in holding a
Yeah.
casteist, misogynist, and
So I don't know about the specific thing that you're mentioning, but what I know, I read his biography. This is actually from the Ramakrishna Mutt. They have put in their biographies of people together, and from what that I understood is that he underwent a massive transformation in his thought process in his lifetime, right? So a lot of his work the real one that is there, also has come much later in his lifetime. So it's important to put this in context. Like, I don't know what part of his life, right? It was, because obviously he grew up in a context of a society. So he would have made a view around that time. And then what his final thing is different, probably. So that would be my guess. But yeah, but he underwent, that much is known. He underwent through massive personal transformation and change he had seen in his life. That is known. That is well known about it.
I'll just add, as per my understanding, some meanings are also very literally translated, and whereas it has a different meaning, it has a different purpose, but he probably, as I heard in a satsang, he was not allowed to say it aloud. There was a dual meaning. Something what I understood. So the Tadan ki
possible.
adhikari could be interpreted in a very different way. That's
Ah,
what I heard. So, and it
okay.
was convincing.
Okay.
So
I'll look it
basically,
up.
Yogi Adityanath also explained
Hmm.
this in Vidhan Sabha, in UP Vidhan Sabha,
Acha.
because there was a controversy. There was a
Okay.
controversy. Some Bahujan Samaj Party MLA. So
Ah,
he
possible.
actually recited
Yeah,
this that.
good.
So then Yogi Adityanath deciphered the meaning of this.
Ah, okay.
So if possible,
We'll see.
I will share
Yes,
that clip.
sure. Okay. Any other comments on who is Hanumanji? Hanuman Chalisa? How does it feel listening to this? I don't know whether is it new, useful, not.
Very useful, I think, very clarifying. Uh,
Okay.
So grateful.
Will yeah. So will people chant it? That's the final thing. The practice. Try it at least. Some of you are already doing it. Good. This time add the meaning, at least for these verses even more. And others as you do, try and think what it could be. And we'll keep unraveling like this, different themes of his through the Chalisa. Yes, Anuj.
I would like to express that I feel also listening to this and otherwise that somewhere Hanumanji is also uh, an embodiment of connection of with the nature itself. Maybe
Hmm.
he is a form of nature god, and that is
Hmm.
something because of various description, the completeness, the way it is shown about the fact that he is. You can say he's more than a human. So if humans are supposed to look to a nature god, those the nature god would not just be a human. So I think those are things that I feel that there is a very
Would you
close
tell a man
connection
who could?
to nature itself. He belonged to the forest where he came from,
Yeah.
and yeah, and he is pran, as you said. So
He's Prana.
prana
He's
is,
Vayu.
yeah, so oxygen or vayu or the life source is inseparable from life being present on our planet. So I personally
Yes.
think that I felt that also as a connection.
Very nice. Yeah. Thank you. Definitely. Very deeply connected with nature. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we'll close. If there are more thoughts, comments, I'll be around. We'll close with also a short prayer. The meaning of this prayer is may all be happy, may all be free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, and may no one suffer. The reason we say the three Shantis at the end, Om, Shanti, 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 three times, it means first Shanti is Shanti within me. Shanti within me is stable if there is Shanti around me in the immediate. That's the second Shanti. And the third is that is stable when there is Shanti everywhere. So that's why we say the three Shantis for that. Yeah. So we'll say it again, same lead and follow. I'll say one line. You can repeat after me. So sit comfortably and relax your shoulders. Hands comfortably placed. You can repeat after me. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm around if there are more comments and questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anirudh, your note taker, he's gone, but the note taker didn't go on. Okay. 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 Yes, Dada Sahib, you want to say something?
Sandeep, did you call out name? I felt you said something.
Ah, no, I was just saying your note taker, it remains. I have removed it. But
Shri,
whatever
by
notes
mistake.
it has taken,
Okay,
on हो
okay.
गया क्या?
नहीं वो it gets added by default, so I can't
अच्छा.
control it. You have to remove if you want to.
Okay, okay. So will you
Sir.
get notes of this yourself?
So it records the audio and it converts it into a transcript.